Like in a company, it will be this thing, right?
Pardon?
What client we need to install, right?
Yes, yes,
Normally in a company.
yes.
Mhm.
So if you see my database, I am having some tables. I already created the tables, example tables. Okay, some FTP directories, FTP files, FTP servers. These are all the tables I have. You see here, this is the FTP directories. These are all the columns: interface directory, home interval, something, and we have some data also. Okay,
Okay.
so
This is like a cross-reference file.
pardon?
Cross-reference file. This one.
Cross
FTP direct.
no, what is
Yeah, cross-reference file. Like we have some cross-reference files also, right? Something.
no? Can you come full question? What cross reference?
Cross-reference. XREF.
Okay.
What are that? What is that?
No,
XREF.
generally XRF is nothing but one lookup files we'll be using in the projects.
Okay.
They will be providing some lookup file. Maybe it might be directly text file, flat file, or we'll be inserting into database and then it will be uploaded to or refreshed into server.
Okay.
Every
So
project.
that
Yeah, tell me.
so that is read by the maps, right?
Yes, correct. It's basically for
XREF.
mapping. Assume that suppose if the data is coming like country, assume that country field we have to map. Suppose if it is coming as India, we have to map IN. If it is coming United States, we have to map US. So that what we'll do, we will maintain one database table, and then that is called like one table will like country codes like that, and then after either it can be database or it can be direct flat file also. Generally, we
Oh.
insert into database and that database table we will update it into server using the map. We won't directly use the database table. We will upload into one flat file using the map, and then that file will be used by map.
Oh, flat file. Okay.
Yeah.
So for us also it will we can from the file if we see the file we can see that what are the things in that file, right?
Yes.
Flat file. Yeah. Okay. For our purpose or like for understanding purpose, right? You know? Oh,
No, it will be read into as per type. It will be delimited with one
okay.
like that.
Okay. Okay.
It looks like database. It's like whatever there in the database, it will be exported into say, flat file. That's it.
Okay.
So now we have to go to
What are this? We get table name like our tables like FTP directory and then you have created some more, right?
yeah,
FTP files.
something. FTP directories, FTP files, FTP servers, SSH keys, WTX map. These are all the tables I have. I created long way.
Oh, okay. Okay. I think.
So now we have to click database interface designer. Then go to new, click new. So it will
Uh-huh.
database underscore KD file one. You can
Mm-hmm.
just save as. Okay, first let me create the project. New, extend that project. So we have to go to okay, and then you have to give the MDC here. When you save it, it will ask MDQ file name.
Okay.
Not MDQ. So you can do text. So now we just say we haven't done anything. So now here databases we have to create new database name. You can give anything pretext. Then adapter. So here it will provide all adapter. Now we are using the ODBC adapter for to connect with the Oracle server.
Mm-hmm.
So there will be multiple adapters ODBC for DB2 Oracle, MS SQL Server, Sybase. So these are all the different drivers available. And then platform, whether it is Microsoft, Linux, IBM, Sun Solaris. So now my server is Windows.
Windows.
You have to select Windows. Then access to the here by default let it be UPS and then data source. So here we have to select the our data. It will show our all the data source names available. So we have created wtext underscore test as the source name, data source. So we have to select both runtime and database interface designer and
Okay.
security. So security we have to give username and password.
Awesome.
Password is individual. Just click OK. Just save this file and you see open this MDQ file. It will be readable format except password. It will be in XML format. Everything WTF it will be in XML. See here. This is the MDQ file. So it's having
Okay.
something version variable and then database name whatever we have given pretext and then type the driver type ODBC platform Windows something called true and designers. This is the data source name wtext test and the runtime and design source time and then username password will be in encrypted format. It won't be visible.
Okay.
So this is the MDQ file we'll be having. Then so now we can see these and are the query store procedures. So here we can write the we can create the type trees using this MDQ here. So now this MDQ file will be used in the can be used in the map part to get the data and to whatever for DB operations you can use this MDQ file in the map rules or card levels.
Okay.
Now we can create the type trees using database interface designer from tables. So now if we click here generate tree, so it will show all the tables available.
Tables. Okay.
DB server and are all. Now using this you can create the type trees. So now I selected the FTP directories table. It will ask the type tree option where you want to create the file. So I want to create as FTP. This is the tree name. See here. Save as
Okay. MTT.
and then type options. If the type it will override or override type means if there are any changes in the item types like number text it will override or override. Then you want to delimited or fixed. Generally if you will use delimited for database table and then what is the delimited value, what is the terminator. By default it will give delimited terminator release character. Then national language by default Western native. Just generate. Will create the type. Command file completed successfully. Now
by default is pipe, right? Delimiter.
Yes, by default. So now type T got created. So now let me open that type. See, here it is having these are all the columns available. File name mask 1 mask. Where is that? So these are all the columns. What is this file name mask? Okay, let me check the room. Created some new FDID interface directory vomit hours up to this data file name vomit hours, then enable, then file name filter, file queue, receive queue, data file name mask. After data file name mask is created some new fields. It having frequency, next runtime, last runtime, create user. Frequency, next runtime, last runtime, create user. File, file is 1, 2, 3, 4. It's created, but with the different names. I think it's unable to read support. Okay, let me check this. This is not full version like database server. Just
Okay.
let's see. So frequency is a not normal data object. That's why I think it is showing from there. It is unable to identify the frequency. Something interval. I think
Mm-hmm.
because style version it is unable to read it. We'll try for another table because I think data type it is unable to read that interval type.
Okay.
Now let me try for other type. So database interface designer. Go for tables here. Then generate it will show that. So FTP files will select. Then give the file name FTP files. Okay. By default let it be everything generated. Completed successfully. Yeah, I think, but because of that data type, it is not created from that column.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
So now, if you see the here, this is the row. If you see the properties, go to properties, the group subclass, explicit, delimited, pipe, then
Piping.
terminated CRLF, release
Okay.
dash. So
Mm-hmm.
these are all the columns in the row. It will be in sequence order. So select start from FTP files. So it is having interface, directory, file name, file name, access log, adapter name, source name, date file, trigger adapter, receive. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
it will create as, yeah, as per same column name, same name it will create, and then table is nothing but multiple rows.
Okay.
So now we have to insert the data into this table. So just add next. So now one row got inserted. This is there is one row into database.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now we will see first at the map rule level how to use the DB lookup. Okay,
Yeah.
how to write the query in the mapping rule level to get the data from this table.
Okay.
And we will insert one more. Just to, so totally two rows are inserted. Okay, now so why this table will be used generally to suppose if we want to use the MD, I mean to pass the data as a input or output. So if we read that at card level, if we write the query, so that the data will be directly mapped to these fields. If we write the select query at
Mm-hmm.
card level, so
Okay.
we can use these fields directly. Or what will happen generally in the real time situation, we won't write the queries at card. What will happen? There will be one map. So that map will be whenever there is database changes. So that map will run and it will produce the test file. So The test file we have to rewrite. So for that we have to create the type P. So instead of creating the type P manually, we are creating the type P from database interface designer so that we can read the data.
Okay.
We will see that all the things. So now let me show you using DB lookup how to get the data from this table. Now new map to so this map I'm going to add only output, no input. It will create the length also based on the column length, varchar 100 like that.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Create one query. I'm creating one extra field. I'm not going to change it. For output, I created one extra item. So I am going to use the same output file. Then select something block. Now we are going to demonstrate DB lookup. So DB lookup. Okay, now so what is the syntax for DB lookup? DB lookup, and then the first argument is either calling the stored procedure or writing the queries. Select
Query.
star from FTP files. This is our query. Select star from FTP files.
Mm-hmm.
Correct. Select star from FTP files. And then comma. The second argument is hyphen MDQ. So we have to give the MDQ file name. If the MDQ file is there in different path, we have to give the full path of the MDQ. Now MDQ file is present in the same path where map is present. So we can give directly test.mdq. Then hyphen db name is nothing but our data source name. So our data source name is wtx underscore test, right? This name we have to go wtx underscore test.
Mm-hmm.
wtx underscore test. So this is the syntax. So just now close this. So and then if suppose if we want to create a trace, give hyphen t. Suppose if you want to create trace only on error hyphen t, it will get only on error. Hyphen t means always it will create hyphen t. Give something, let it be hyphen t so that it will create by default. So whenever we use the db lookup, the best practice we have to use the error handling using valid function
Okay.
and
Mm-hmm.
fail function. Okay.
Okay.
So failure to retrieve data from so and so table. Okay.
Okay.
Here we have to use last error code to see what is the error code and error message.
With this, we can insert also, right? Insert, update
Yes,
something.
yes, yes, yes. We'll see you.
Oh,
So now build that is showing fail function aborted map.
no.
So Let me check the audit log. Why? What is the error in the audit log? It's not even creating the trace file. The specified database couldn't be found. Failed to retrieve data from the specified database couldn't be found. Why? Use this name database. Let me try using this database.
You need to give the database name, bro.
Yeah, I think that's not it.
Oh.
Yeah, we have to give this name database name because it will refer the MDQ file. Correct.
Uh-huh.
Now that's completed successfully. So if you see the video, see
Okay.
yeah, to see because by default it will give as a 5 on new.
Oh. Uh-huh.
Are you able to see here that for second record there is no new line.
New line.
Last record.
Okay, pipe.
I mean,
And
I think it's common, but there is no new.
uh,
As you remember, if by the difference between DB lookup and DB query, it will return the new line. DB query will return the new line for last record, whereas DB lookup won't return the new line for last record.
okay.
There are 100 records.
Uh-huh.
For 100 the last record, it won't return the new line. For same rule, just use the DB query. I think better to create one map, I think, so that you can observe the difference later. Now let it be. And create same map. DB. So, DB. Query. So just I am going to use the DB query. Now just build it. This is my DB query output. See here it has written the new line.
Okay. Uh-huh.
So that is the difference between DB lookup and DB. Other than that, you can both use the function interchangeably. Okay.
Yeah.
Now maybe we'll create another map for insert or update. You can see generally what you can think DB lookup is just to get the. This is actually based in people will think DB lookup is to get in. I mean, the function is used for only select query. It's not like that. You can use for insert and update as well. Because
Okay.
lookup is there,
Mm-hmm.
I think like lookup function is to get the data first record. Similarly, people will think DB lookup is to get the records. It's not like you can use for insert and update as well. Whatever, not only for insert and even you can if there are any stored procedures in your database, you can call them stored procedures.
Okay. Okay. So if the database is having primary key, then it will insert, right?
Yeah, it will insert even. It's like normal database operations. Whatever, if we give the insert query instead of insert query in the SQL client, you will give the query here. That's it. If the primary
Okay. Okay.
if the violation fail here also, it will fail and it will show the error last.
Okay. Okay.
Whatever the database
Okay.
error you will get here, it will show here.
Okay. Okay. Uh-huh.
So now,
It will create a DBL.
But
It will create a DBL. DBL.
the DBL is the trace file. I put trace right, so that it will show. See here, this is the trace. It is connection to data source. WTEX has been established. It will show everything.
Okay. Okay.
See, the following data was written from DB query. It will show everything trace file. It is the trace file. So it is written successful. Yeah, this is the data.
Okay. So everything into
The trace. Suppose if you put hyphen TE means only trace will get created on error. Hyphen T means always. Okay? Understood, right? Wherever
yeah,
you want this, you have to put hyphen T. That's it.
yeah. Okay.
So now we get a DB insert update. So assume that we have to update the some column. So you can
Yeah.
directly update whatever the query you will write in the SQL client. You can give here update table name, then
Set.
set adapt a string. We will update that. ADAP string equals to will give something MQ. Okay,
Okay. Mm-hmm.
it will update for 2 because we haven't given any where condition. Map completed successfully. Now just run this. See, it's got updated to MQ.
Okay. Okay.
So suppose if we want to update to FTP, it's like normal database query you can write. Only thing is syntax. We have to put MDQ file name and database. Where will give interface equals to TIN. You can use small letters also. Interface
Mm-hmm.
equals to TES. Start successful now. So just see it's updated to FTP. Okay,
Okay.
clear, right?
Yeah.
Similarly, you can write the insert query. Do you want to write insert or you can try?
No, I can write.
But you won't be having a server in your system. You have to try in your in your development server in your project if you want. But
Okay.
anyway, surely it will work. Only thing is you have to copy paste this route. You have to write this. Okay,
Okay. Uh-huh.
I'll show you how to call store procedure. If you have store procedure, you need calling store procedure is also same thing. How you do it in your system. I mean normal DB client. Here also same thing. Only thing is instead of query you will put that. So here instead of update query you will give the store procedure name. It's like normal how you will write in the DB client. You will write how will you call the store procedure generally using the call function. Call function underscore I mean call and space I mean call space store procedure name and then you have to pass the arguments to the store procedure name like argument
Okay.
1
Mm-hmm.
comma argument 2 like that so that it will execute. That's it. So it's like normal database calling only. In your suppose if you want to call the store procedure from client, you will write like this call show procedure name and you will pass the data. Similarly,
Okay. Mm-hmm.
that inside DB lookup. So whatever might be, you have to write in the DB lookup or DB query. You can write both interchangeable.
Okay. Uh-huh.
And syntax are we have to pass MDQ file name and database name. So
Okay.
and whenever you want to use DB lookup DB query, it is better. I mean to handle the errors, you have to use valid function along with space.
Okay.
So if it is DB lookup got failed, some suppose like adapter not found or something server is down, it will go to fail function.
Okay.
It will show the error code and error message. Okay,
Okay.
clear.
Yeah. Yeah.
Next we'll see at card level. Okay,
Okay. This is okay. This is a file level, configuration.
at map rule level.
Map level. Okay. Map
So
level. Okay.
now you remember we created one type tree, right?
Yeah.
So the type tree, if we see the data, using the type tree we can read this data. Why not? Okay, db underscore output. Okay, here this db example. So using this data can be read that using the table. I mean using the type tree whatever we created from the database interface. So
Okay.
manually, suppose if we want to create, it will take time, right? If there are multiple something in the column. So instead of that, we can directly create the type tree from database interface. It's clear, right? How to create the type tree. Just we have to go to
Yeah. Yes. 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 Yes.
select that, see that.
Yeah. You can do.
So this data can be read using the type tree what we created directly.
Okay.
So now we'll see at card level how to get the data from input card. Okay. Data. Okay, at input card level, I'm going to use the type tree to parse the data, whatever I created, because we know that what from where we are going to get the data. So FTP files type tree, I'm going to write the query at card level now, so that data will be passed directly to the corresponding column.
Okay.
Now
And you can.
adapter we have to use database. It will answer.
Okay.
So command is select start from FTP files. Okay, and then
Uh-huh.
comma second argument. Okay, let me try. Second argument is hyphen.
MDQ, right?
No, sorry. I think we have to give hyphen query selection from
Okay.
FTP files. Then hyphen md test dot mdq. Then hyphen db name 25, right? So we have to write like correct only, right?
Yeah.
May 25 test dot mdq. Now let me run this.
So fun.
We have to use here also db lookup. Database.
Oh, here also query is there, right? Database query for query.
Yeah, so that query, okay, I will show that. I think here query not quite. I'll show what is the query when we have to use. because of this thing we have to, instead of giving MDQ here itself, we can write the query. We can give the MDQ in the command itself, MDQ database name. But because now
Okay.
I have selected this MDQ, that's why it is. Let me try this first. No, not okay. That query is, suppose in order to write here, we have to write the query new. Here query name we have to give FTP something free text, and then we have to write the query here. Select start
Mm.
from FTP files. Okay, click OK.
Yeah.
Now save this MD2 so that that query will be reflected here in the backend. See here query name FTP files, and query statement is select star from FTP files.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Now we can use, but instead of that we can see here query will come here. Okay, but still the same. Okay, let me try. And now map completed successfully. It is fetching the data. Suppose now if we want to see the data, uh, because now input and output is both same, correct?
Yeah.
So now we will write to file. Here it will automatically reading the data for corresponding columns. It will. So now this is our output. See here, get the it is exactly populating in the same way as we write at the map rule level.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah.
Similarly, you can output level you can do the insert and update. I mean, we can write the insert and update also. So generally, this is the map. It is filling the data from database and writing to file. Generally, whatever you are telling, class reference files, XRF files are there, right? So
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
that kind of things we won't direct every time, we won't hit the database. Generally what we'll do, whenever there is a change to XRF file, there will be one script, we'll run the map, so that map will fetch the data from database and it will write to some file, text file, lookup file in the server. Every time you won't directly hit the database, it will cause the performance issue.
Yeah. 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 Okay.
This how we have to get the data and put it into server. So we are getting the data at card level, and we are using the same type thing. We are using MD and query is FTP. That we can write like whatever the columns we want, like normal database query. You can select. Suppose if you want only two columns, you can write the two columns names.
Okay.
So that IP also will be created like that one. So we are giving
Mm.
that file path, MDQ file name, database name, and query.
What about dynamic one, right? This the static one, right? This one.
Yes, dynamic one means okay, like select star from FTP files where suppose if you want a
Uh,
particular record, correct?
yeah.
That's
Uh-huh.
so in that case we have to use the DB lookup. This is for static card
DB
level.
lookup. Okay. Okay.
So for that one we have to use the DB lookup sample here. Instead of the hard coding, we have to write where suppose interface equals to, we have to write the input card name. There will be input constant.
Okay.
We have to write,
Input now.
we have to fetch that input object here. That's it. Within the
Mm.
double quotes and then plus and then plus double quotes. So that if you write something here, it will be object. It should come in green color. Then if it is in blue color, that is this color is the hard coding. So this color is the
Okay.
object.
Yeah. Okay.
So suppose assume that I am putting some adding input card, add new input one. IN1. So what is IN? Now we have to create this file db underscore in.txt. I'm going to I need the data for test. Save db underscore in.
Okay.
So that what is the query now? Selection of FTP files where interface equals to IN1. So IN1 is the dynamic, right? Data will come
Yeah.
based on input.
Okay.
So now where function selection of from FTP files. Have you seen that? What I did, I added single quote because the query should
Oh.
be single quote.
Okay.
So it is coming without single quote.
Okay.
That's why I just added the single quote. Now we want to see that output. What is the query? db underscore out. So db underscore out dot txt. So it's updated. So it is getting only one row. So suppose if we give test 2. See here it is fetching test 2.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So this how we can use either path level or update level. So then
Okay.
at update level, so generally for update also, like it, sometimes what will do, there will be bulk upload we have to do. So bulk for a bulk upload, what will we do? We will use for so for bulk upload, what we do? We will prepare the file like this. So we will prepare the file like this, and suppose we have to insert this file at a time. Okay. So if we write the
Okay.
at card level, for every card we have to pass the data, it will take time. So instead of that, we can do at the card level, bulk upload. Some 100
Okay.
1,000 records, we can do it at card level.
Okay. How?
That for that one we have to write the query at card level. We have the like update is this command hyphen update. We'll see that. How to, okay, first we have to prepare the data, right? Okay, first let me for two records. Let's delete this. So it's deleted two records. Now there are empty records. There are no records. Now
Mm-hmm.
try to insert this data. I'll update command at cart level. Now let me create new map. Maybe bulk upload. So here this is output, right? We have to upload. Input card is just select. Now
Yeah.
uploading the data. Correct. So
Yeah.
we have to use same type key. So we have to read the data and we have to upload it. So type key 25. We have the data for this type and type in FTP DB table, and then we have DB query out.txt, right? This is the data db underscore query dot out dot txt. So we have to insert this data to database. Now let me try whether So it is reading properly.
Mm-hmm.
Now we have to update it. We have to update the database. So just now map as it is, and then at card level we have to use database. Correct.
Yeah.
And we have to update it, and then it will ask database file path MDC May 25, and then we have to give the table name here because we have to update into FTP. So here command is hyphen update. Hyphen update is the command.
Mm-hmm.
So that it's not like it will update. It will either insert or update based on the primary key. Suppose
Okay. Mm-hmm.
the primary key is already present, it will update the remaining column. If there is no primary key, it will insert into database. I will show you how. It's not like only database keys. We have to set the keys in the MDQ file. I will show you.
Okay.
First let it be hyphen update hyphen table name files. Just so map completed successfully. Now see it's got inserted. So even if you put some thousands of records, it will simply execute it. You don't need to
Oh.
write the functional map and pass it for every record. You have to write the update for it. Will take performance issue, right? Instead of that, we will take
Yeah.
one file bulk load. We'll upload it if you run this map, it will automatically upload it. When you
Okay.
the interface designer will set that some trigger whenever the file comes to so and so directly, this map has to call so that it will upload into database.
So how the trigger is it?
Trigger that will be in database. Sorry, integration flow designer. We will set the triggers right when
Okay. Okay.
I will show next. Now we are
Yeah. Okay.
in database.
Oh,
So even you put how many number of again, it will insert. So
okay.
now you want to show the keys. Suppose the date now. Okay, what is the primary key in this table? I have set the keys are not known to TP files. Okay, here primary key is the interface directory file name filter file name. So
Oh. Okay.
no, primary key is the combination of interface directory file name filter file name. So
Okay.
we have to update the keys even here also. For MDQ file also we have to update the keys. See here when you right now we are working with FTP files table. So right click
Mm-hmm.
set update keys.
Okay.
So it will show the column names. So what under all the key columns is the primary key. What under all the
Mm-hmm.
column is the unique. So interface directory file name filter interface directory file name filter and file name. So these are all the key columns, primary key columns, and remaining
Oh.
columns
Okay.
you can click here so that it will come here. So whenever data comes, suppose the data is already present, just it will update the data based on the key.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Now click OK and save this MDQ file. If you open this MDQ file here, it will update the keys also. See here, table name FTP file, keys are W, that means W1, 2, 3, 4. That means column name, column 1, 2, 3, 4 are the primary keys.
Okay.
So that based on this, it will update the data. Now go to this data. Now 1, 2, 3, 4 up to here, right? 1
Uh-huh.
up to here. Suppose the data is coming again. Now let me put it this MQ. So now already data is there for this primary key. For this
Mm-hmm.
primary key. Now I have updated the data MQ. Correct.
Yes.
So it should update. See here. Now data is there. FTP. Now I am updating the MQ. For same data. Test boga primary key. So it should update. Now let me run this one. Map updated successfully. Here it's got updated to MQ. Suppose, okay, anyway, it will update based on the primary key. And when primary key violation, I think even if we give the second time also same record, let me try same record. I think it should upload that primary key violation or it will update. Let me try same record. What is it's updating. But there will be only two records.
Mm-hmm.
See here, only two records. Why? Because it's got
Yeah,
update.
because both two primary key unique, so I'm sure
It's based on the key.
should be.
Now I put FTP instead. So even though three or four records are there, it will based on it will get it. Now let me change the key to test key so that it will insert one more record. Because now key got changed, primary key. It is not unique.
Yeah,
Now it should
yeah,
got inserted.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
So this how we will do the bulk upload. We have to use hyphen update. So this is either it will insert or update based on the keys. So keys where we have to
Okay.
take in the database interface designer on the table right click set update keys. So here primary keys, here remaining columns. So that based on these columns it will update. So we have to save this MDQ so that it will reflect in the MDQ file. You can open the MDQ file and see that here table name. These are all the keys 1, 2, 3, 4 column names.
Okay.
If we put some other column, it will show something like W10 like that column number, which column number.
Okay.
So this is
So for bulk update only we need to set that one, right?
yes, yes,
Update.
correct.
Oh,
Otherwise, we can directly write whatever we saw already, right, at MQ card level.
oh,
Yes.
uh-huh.
Like, okay, we have
Okay,
like update query. Maybe insert update here. Insert.
okay.
We can write the query insert FTP file set. I mean column name and then values. Like whatever you write the insert,
Mm-hmm.
you have to put this in the double quote. That's it.
Okay.
So clear, right? This is the database
Yeah.
designer part.
Okay. Yeah.
We can using database interface we'll create the MQQ file, we can write the queries, we can generate the type keys, and then at card level or at the mapping rule level we can execute these things.
Okay. From XML also we can take that, right, data and put into database, right?
From X, yeah, that okay. Now for that XML structure we have to read the data, right? So XML
Yeah, yeah.
generally will save it as a CSV file in the XML. It will be open in the Excel sheet also. CSV file, comma delimited.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
So for that we have to put the delimiter as comma at input side. Suppose at output side, just you have to at card level we have to map it field by field level.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Setting as a type.
Yeah, okay, got it.
Only thing is you can use this command. You use this map as a sample to upload bulk. So we are reading the data and we are mapping here at card level. We are giving instead of file adapter, we are giving the database adapter so that it will upload to this so and so table. So this type tree,
Okay.
only the requirement is this type tree should be as per table structure. So we have
Okay.
type tree from database interface.
Okay.
Suppose if we change the delimiter as a comma, it's fine. You have to the input data also should be comma.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
It's not like always you have to give pipe. You can give the comma.
Okay.
So that's it for database. We'll see the integration designer tomorrow. How to set the configuration.
Okay. Configuration. Okay. Trigger everything, right?
Yes, yes.
Every-
I can't run it because I don't have server.
Yeah, I know, got it. Yeah. But like, what are things we normally do in the project?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
So
sorry.
many thing,
Yeah, tell me.
yeah, many thing we can do with IFD, right?
Yeah, IFD just we will set the configuration. I mean, when that map has to get run, that's it. Whether it is time triggered or source event, we'll create the
Also,
data script, run script. I mean, MSL file, launcher file.
hold on, just fine, okay.
Just this is that IFD is used for to deployment and as well as to schedule the map runtime, run whether it should be runtime or it's event whenever the file occurs, like event,
Okay,
source event or time your event.
okay,
That
okay.
is the use.
Okay, tomorrow you bring.
The main
Okay.
part in your process always will be type creation of type key and the development of map.
Oh, yeah, that's that's true.
Deployment is very.
Okay, okay,
You have to drag and drop the source code. Just you have to give the server the path. That's it. I username and
okay.
password and where it
Uh,
will apply directly name so that it will when you click double click it will apply to that path.
okay,
We'll see that
okay.
tomorrow. Then
Yeah, sure.
I'll grab one map inspect document to do the XML to ANSI actual one full map real time map.
Okay,
Okay,
yeah, sure.
and I will send you this both video and as well as.
Okay.
Okay, you can go through today and if you have any questions, you can ask. Later also once session is over also you can call me at any point at time if you have any question.
Okay.